So what is functional movement, first of all? It's the unique movement repertoire of an individual. And that can be shared activities. We all walk, we all go up and down stairs, or unique. So you do manipulation, you run, I do meditation, sit. And so it aims to, rather than invent something new for the patient, it takes something they already know. They don't have to learn it, they don't have to study it. And if you think about it, why would you want to teach somebody when they're in pain or in distress, something new? They're not in a learning mode anyway.
Yes.
And that's why they get it wrong, probably.
But of course, if they're in pain, let's say they're knee pain and they need to get back to walking, you tell them to walk. They won't walk naturally because they'll be antalgic in some way.
Yeah. It depends when. Again, there's a skill in the management.
Yeah.
So I might go into what I'll show you now, right now. So that's a functional rehabilitation. We are using their functionality, their repertoire. There are exercises that are extra-functional, which means that they're outside the person's experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's most of rehabilitation. That's the problem with rehabilitation. It's mostly extra-functional.
Most standard rehabilitation.
Yeah.
So extra-functional, you mean by going to the gym and doing bench presses?
That's right, yeah, because it's not something that they've experienced before. We are sending them to do activities that are unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And that goes to the shared here and the unique activities. And basically, with a tennis player, it was a lot of, carrying things, then playing tennis and escalating the tennis. Again, that's the management part. Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's a lot of women watching who probably think you're being optimistic if you think vacuum cleaning is a shared activity. They'll probably say it's only women.
Well, it's something that you might consider, but it's.
I think I've just pissed off half my audience.
We need to talk to Claire about this.
Yes.
And then the big question is which human activity is not an exercise?
Yes.
And when you think about it, actually, everything you do is an exercise unless you rest. So if everything is an exercise, then let's use it as an exercise rather than try to invent every time. I'll run through these slides very quickly, but it kind of symbolizes this kind of thinking.
The escalators into the fitness center.
Yes, you can have a choice going up or down the escalators, or God forbid, walk up and down. So there's a kind of a double irony in that, I think, because once you're in the gym, then you do this step exercise. And in fact, when you think about the gym, it's very curious. Because it kind of emulates what we do anyway. Stair machine, rowing, cycling, walking on a treadmill, running on a treadmill, lifting stuff from one part of the gym to another, or to different heights. Basically what you do, if you did homework or housework and so on. And then people might think, not therapists, but the ordinary person, the patient, that, if they did stairs, that may be very dangerous for them. They'll get arthritis if they do too many stairs or something like that, and so on. And yet it's a fantastic enhancer of health and functionality for, if you want to use your legs and the walking and so on. So this is exercise when it's a shiny machine. But it's not an exercise if it's work, which is curious. And this is definitely not an exercise.
Yeah, pushing babies in a buggy.
Yeah, it's just a woman struggling up a hill. Can be exercise. And so on and so forth. And then you ask yourself a question. When this person finishes his day's work, or she finishes her day's activities, do they need to do any exercise? The answer is probably no, but because they feel guilty, they might go and exercise, because that's what we've been told. We haven't set the maximum and the minimum for humans. We are still, we have some ideas, half an hour walk, 5 times a week and so on, but we haven't set it in any great way.
Is it possible to come up with a
I think so, kind of a general, milestone for people to know if they're doing too much, because we never know how much to do, so we tend to do more and more and more.
So is the 10,000 steps important?
I think because it gives people a focus. Otherwise, it's not tangible. What am I working for? And that tends to change. So now they say that under the age of 60, you need to do between 8 to 8,000 steps. 8 to 10,000, and above 60, you can get away with 6,000 to 10,000 or something like that. So it's manageable also for most people.